Miguel Dorati back here at the iBob Vaults, and we're looking at the UFC Fight Night 90, Thursday, July 7th in Vegas, the MGM Grand. Big week for the UFC, obviously, like I've been saying, the biggest weekend in UFC history. They got UFC 200 to close it. They got the finals there on the next night. So this show kicks off, and I'm going to run through the odds for the undercard. 3-round bouts throughout this video blog here. Opening up tonight in the welterweight division, you got Vincent Luque. Luke, a minus 450 favorite over Alvaro Herrera. Herrera, the underdog, at plus 360. Over-under set at 1.5. with the over at minus 125 and the under at plus 105. On the bantamweight action, you got Reginaldo Vieira, favored at minus 175, facing Marco Beltran. Beltran plus 155 underdog. Over-under there is 2.5 with the over at minus 190 and the under at plus 165. On the lightweight action, 155 pounds, you got Gilbert Burns, the favorite, at minus 250. He's facing Lucas Sajewski. Sajewski plus 210. The over-under is 2.5 with the over at minus 170 and the under at plus 150. Back to the bantamweights, you got Felipe Arantes, a minus 165 favorite. Gerard Sanders plus 145. You got the over-under at 2.5 with the over at minus 175 and the under at plus 155. You're going to notice here it's an unusual UFC card because you rarely get this many fights with relatively competitive odds. Usually there's a few, minus 900s, plus 1200s. The numbers get up into the four figures, and sometimes you can't bet those. These are a lot closer, so pay attention here. We're on the undercard, and none of them stray too much higher than we've been giving you here. The third bantamweight fight of the evening sees Anthony Burchak favored at minus 255. He's taking on Delano Lopez, plus 215. The over-under is 2.5 with the over minus 210 and the under plus 180. 3 bantamweight fights on the undercard there. Maybe see some future matchups between the winners and possibly the losers there. More lightweight action, you got Mehdi Baghdad at plus 145, taking on John Makdessi. Makdessi minus 165. Over-under is 2.5 with the over at minus 200 and the under at plus 170. Welterweight action, Mike Pyle, the veteran, minus 120 favorite, almost a toss-up. Mina, a plus 100 underdog. The over-under is at 1.5 with the over at minus 170 and the under at plus 150. More lightweight action, Joseph Duffy, minus 370 favorite over Mitch Clark. Mitch Clark plus 310. That's your widest line of the card, just to re-emphasize what I was saying there about it. Shares that line with the Alvarez dos Anjos main event. I see the Alvarez dos Anjos, Alvarez closing the gap a little bit. This one will probably remain the same. Duffy, minus 370, Clark, plus 310. Over-under is 2.5 with the over at minus 105 and the under at minus 115. And last of the undercard bouts in the welterweight division, you got Alan Juban, minus 125, taking on Bilal Muhammad. Muhammad, a plus 105 dog. And the over-under is at 2.5 with the under at plus 140 and the over at minus 160. Those are the odds for all the fights on the undercard. I'm Miguel Dorati. We've been talking shoot, and we'll catch you after the fights.